Hello everyone, my name is Gita and welcome to your Pick a Card reading. So the title of this video is going to be your October monthly forecast. But before we get started, I would just like to say that if you like this video and you would like for me to keep making monthly forecasts, please let me know by giving my video a thumbs up. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and then hit the bell notification. Also, if you would like to have a private reading by me, you can get one very affordably, and all the information is all in the video description box below. And also in the video description is where you'll find your timestamps. And I'm going to be using these guys for our timestamps today. Okay, so we're going to start off. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. So number 1 is going to be the scary pumpkin face. Okay, number 2 is going to be the happy pumpkin face. And number 3 is going to be the spider web with a spider tombstone. And number 4 is going to be the cross tombstone with the skull. Okay, you can see these guys. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't think I'll always have big props like this, and don't worry, I will be turning the lights up so you can see the cards. I thought this would be more fun, especially for my thumbnail. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started, and let's find out what your monthly forecast is for this month. Alright, so here we have the cards for pumpkin number 1, the evil looking pumpkin. And let's find out what's going to be your forecast for this month. And I apologize, I did come out with this one a little bit late. I couldn't decide if I wanted to come out with it or not. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started and let's find out. So let's do, like, for the first week we have the 2 of Cups in the reverse. Okay. And then we have the 5 of Ghosts in the reverse. Clarifying that. Okay, so the 2 of Cups in the reverse, for the first week there's going to be some kind of issue where you could be having kind of like a difficulty with a relationship. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship or anything. It could be a family member. It could be anything. Okay, and with the 5 of Ghosts in reverse, so just to let you know that ghosts are cups, the imps are wands, the bats are swords, and pumpkins are pentacles. So the 5 of Ghosts in the reverse is the 5 of Cups in the reverse. So I see that there's going to be some kind of issue, but I'm feeling like you're going to be wanting to kind of get over that, but it's going to be still like, I feel like you're going to be trying to pick up and move on from it, from whatever it is, but it's still going to bother you for a while. We have the Ace of Bats, which is the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And part of the problem is going to be that there is either going to be someone who either wasn't honest with you, or it was just a misunderstanding. Either way, there could result in some blocked communication that could be coming through. With this King of Imps person, it could be somebody who's a fire sign. It doesn't necessarily have to be. But with the King of Imps, the person is behaving probably like this King of Imps, is what is saying. Which is the King of Wands, someone who's being controlling and egotistical and very, trying to control everything. Someone who is they're being really rude and arrogant. Okay. We have the 8 of Imps in the reverse. So the 8 of Imps is the 8 of Wands. So we're already a couple days into this week, so you might already be feeling some of this stuff. Okay, so we have the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, and that's going to be the 8 of Wands in the reverse can indicate like rushed energy, delay traveling plans or something like that. But also it's telling me there's going to be a lack of communication. But also it's just, I feel like it's just going to kind of be cut off with this person for the most part. Otherwise it's like nervous energy. And then we have the 3 of Bats, which is this 3 of Swords. Okay, and I feel like that it might be like the ending, at least for now, in this first week for whatever's happening, whatever's going on with this person. Okay, So let's go ahead and move on to week number 2. Alright, so for week number 2, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is going to be a new start, you know, so it's not all that bad. Hopefully, you know, maybe you'll get rid of somebody who's not really serving you anymore. But with the Ace of Pentacles, I see you getting a new start. It could be a new job. It could be moving house. It could be all sorts of things with the Ace of Pentacles. It's something that you're having a new start with that's physical. Okay, and then we have the Six of Bats, which is the Six of Swords in the reverse. So it's saying that with the Six of Bats, you're still having a difficult transition. You're going to still be feeling like reeling from the previous week. And then we have the Six of Ghosts. You'll be reminiscing and thinking about the past with this person. Probably related to that person. With the Six of Ghosts, though, remember that children could be involved in this situation. When you see the Six of Ghosts, and it could indicate kindness and nostalgia from your childhood. It could end up being, for some people call it reconciliation, possibly. Then we have the Two of Swords, which is the Two of Bats here. So I'm feeling like with the Two of Bats that you're going to be trying to make a decision on if you want to reconcile with this person. You'll be kind of at a stalemate. And then we have the Emperor coming in, which is the similar energy as the King of Wands over here. Someone who is in a leadership position, someone who could be a fire sign, Aries or something. Someone, though, who is like taking charge. This person is trying to think logically, trying to take control of this situation. And then this person is not, with Death in the reverse, this person is not willing to, I don't feel like this person is willing to give up the relationship right now. I feel like they're going to make a comeback the next week. And they're going to not be wanting to give up on the situation. They're not letting this, what it is with death, is they're not letting this, they're trying not to let this die. We have the Four of Ghosts in the reverse, which is the Four of Cups in the reverse. So they have, I feel like they have like an emotional breakthrough. And they don't want the relationship to end. Alright. So let's see what else happens. Alright, so then we have the Nine of Wands for the 3rd week. It says stamina. The Nine of Wands in the reverse is like there's going to be an overwhelming feeling of this feels like another person, possibly even. But with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, you'd be kind of feeling kind of burnt out on a certain situation with a person. And not really wanting to take any new action with anybody new. We have the King of Bats in the reverse. So the King of Bats is the King of Swords in the reverse, someone who is cold and distant. So this might be you not really wanting to get into anything because, I don't know, by the 3rd week of October, you might be on, you know what, Halloween's coming, I want to have fun, I don't want to deal with no drama. I don't want no drama. And then we have the Hangman. You're going to be hanging around, looking for a new perspective. Okay. Trying to figure out, you know, try to gain some perspective on these situations probably that have taken place. We have the Star. You're going to be, the Star in the reverse is a pessimistic outlook. So you're not really thinking, this is going to be good. This is going to be that great. You're like, okay, you can be kind of be hopeful about a situation like that would be great if that worked out, but I'm not going to do anything to make it happen. Then we have the Page of Imps in the reverse, and this is like the Page of Wands in the reverse. So there's going to be a lack of inspiration, a lack of passion to wanting to get into anything with this person. I feel like not even really other people. It feels like you're just like kind of not wanting to get into anything with anyone. You're feeling very standoffish in this third week to everyone. And probably because of this hurt that's happened. We have the Page of Cups in the reverse. The Page of Cups in the reverse, can indicate, emotional immaturity. You're not going to be wanting to. It could be that a person that you're dealing with is behaving in this way, but it's about being emotionally naive, not or being a lack of emotional experience, if that makes sense. And not really. And with the Seven of Pumpkins in the reverse, I'm feeling like you're not really wanting to, you're giving up on whatever this situation is that you're upset about. It's not saying exactly what it is. I feel like it could be easily related to anything. It could be related to anything. It's a general reading, so it could resonate with anyone for any kind of situation, with a totally different person from this person, or be part of this one, part of the previous weeks. But then we have the fourth week, but you have the Eight of Swords in the reverse, which is awesome. All right, so the Eight of Swords in the reverse, it tells you that you're trying to free yourself. That's what the Eight of Swords is like. And they're like in the upright, it's imprisonment. Okay, but in the reverse, it's being freed. You're being liberated. You'll be freed by this negative thinking pattern. You'll be freed from anything negative. I don't know what you did to make that happen, but maybe it's related to this person who's a Nine of Pentacles, or this could be you. But either way, it's someone who is abundant, someone who is financially independent and well off. They have earned luxuries and rewards, someone who is enjoying their life. It could be you. It could be another person who helps to free you in some way. Okay. This also could mean that you're also feeling this way. You could be feeling independent and being self-sufficient. And also it can indicate, being independent from other people. Like, so if you break up with somebody or something and you're being single. Then we have the Six of Imps, which is the Six of Wands. So you will be victorious. Okay. There could be some kind of public recognition that is going on. But everything is going well. It's about the Six of Imps or Six of Wands is about like a victory. It's about rewards. It's about like public recognition. It's about like famous people would get something like this. I'm trying to think. I think that's it. Like, that's all the words I have in my brain right now for that one. Then we have the Eight of Ghosts in the reverse. The Eight of Ghosts is the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So I'm feeling like there could be some kind of situation you're not wanting to let go of. You're either avoiding, okay, yeah. So it's either something you're not really wanting to walk away from, but also could indicate an avoidant behavior, maybe avoiding some kind of public thing, something public, or maybe telling other people about something you're doing. You could be avoiding that. With the Seven of Wands in the reverse, which is the Seven of Imps in the reverse, is about backing down. I feel like this is kind of like not really being very confrontational and trying to avoid confrontation. But then, celebrating the Three of Cups, the Three of Ghosts. You're celebrating by the end of the month, with your friends. It could just not be your friends. It could just be it could be people just that you care about, okay? Could be a third party involved because I have the Three of Pumpkins as well. But the Three of Pumpkins is about, you know, laying a foundation. I feel like you're going to be laying some kind of new foundation with somebody. It could be a romantic person who you have a mutual attraction with. You could start laying a foundation with this person. With the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is not just like laying a solid foundation. Like, it's like the beginning foundation that you would lay with somebody to make a solid commitment or a solid relationship with them. But also it can signal like two or more people coming together to create something new. Also collaboration, working together, like cooperation in a working type environment. So it could be someone that you work with, or you could be starting a new project with somebody. Anyways, that's all I have for the mean pumpkin number 1. If you like this kind of video, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and then hit the bell notification. And if you would like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Alright, well, thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead now and move on to pumpkin number 2. Alright, so here we have the cards for pumpkin number 2, the happy pumpkin. And let's find out what is coming for you in October. Alright, so for the first week, which you've already probably started to go through, is called transformation, which is, this is death though. So it looks like you're going to be going through like a transformation this week with this particular situation. It could be a situation or just in general for yourself. Alright, and then we have the moon. So you could be a Pisces or something like that, but the moon, I feel like there's going to be, I'm like picking up, there's going to be some kind of shadow work, there's some kind of like mystery, there's something that you're trying to learn or figure out, something that you're trying to understand intuitively, something that you're trying to really, like, I feel like there's a struggle going on here of trying to understand something. And not just that, about a certain thing, it could be also you're included in that thing and how you're relating to that. And it's really like confusing because the moon can be about mystery. Then we have the Six of Imps in the reverse. Now the Six of Imps can, in the reverse, can mean like difficulty, having difficulty in the public eye. It can indicate trying to hide something from other people, trying to hide something from the public or something. So I'm feeling like that you're not going to be wanting to, actually this is like, for some reason this is not always what it means, but this is like a lack of recognition. It's like, but it feels like you don't want either, I feel like you don't want some recognition while you're going through this. So I'm feeling like this is something that is like being hidden. The Six of Imps in the reverse. But the Six of Imps in the reverse, just to let you know, also it can mean like difficulty in a leadership position. But the reason why I'm saying what I am saying is because we have Strength in the reverse, which is about fear and lacking courage. So what is happening in this transformation is that you're shedding these things. You're shedding this fear. You're shedding this, what you're hiding, and you're learning about whatever this mystery is that you don't understand, whatever this thing is about yourself or whatever situation you're learning about this situation. And it feels like in the transformation you're shedding these feelings, this fear, you're shedding this. And a Page of Bats, which is the Page of Swords, by the way. Imps are wands, pumpkins are pentacles, bats are swords, and cups are ghosts in this deck. So with the Page of Bats, I feel like that is like a message of truth, but it's like also, it feels like it's trying to be like the Ace of Swords, like like a realization of truth. It could be a letter. There could be an actual physical letter that is telling you the truth. It's a message that alerts you to the truth about a situation. Then we have the Sun in the reverse. Whatever the situation, okay, is telling me painful truth. And the painful truth is that there's a painful truth. And part of the painful truth is going to be tied in with that message. The message is going to help alert you to a painful truth. And the painful truth is going to be death. So I have death here. Not that you're going to die, but it's about this transformation. It means, and the painful truth is that something is going to be ending in your life. Not your life, though. And not likely other people's lives, but something else is going to be ending. Could be a relationship, a job, is something that you're having to shed through this transformation. Okay? So let's go ahead and start working on the second week. Alright, and so for the second week, we have the Lovers and the reverse. I'll let you see in the upright. But this is the Lovers in the reverse. Huh, I never noticed the picture. The girl has henna. So we have the Lovers in the reverse. And so what you're learning in the first week with going through this transformation is that for a lot of you, it's going to be that you're going to decide that there's a relationship that you're in that is no longer serving you, that's not helping you, that you're not, like the person, you're not relating to this person anymore. You're not like you're not interested. I wouldn't say like you really despise the person or anything, but there's like an unequal relationship. Okay. And then we have the Devil in the reverse, and the reason why I know that you're not going to be wanting to be in that relationship anymore is because you're going to be releasing it. The Devil in the reverse is ending something. And the reason what it's probably ending is something love related. So it could be a relationship. I mean, it's not impossible that it could be a close friend or a family member, but for most people, this is going to be relationship-wise. So it looks like you're going to be releasing this, saying the Devil is clarifying the Lovers in the reverse. So because this relationship is not serving you anymore, you're releasing it with the Devil. In the upright, the Devil. And this is what you're probably already been feeling. You're probably currently feeling this now, and you've probably been feeling this for the past few weeks. But the Devil is a commitment, but it's like restrictions, limitations. It's a commitment that is causing you lots of restrictions, lots of limitations, something that's like stifling, something that's smothering, something that is like not letting you be free. And so you're going to be trying to liberate from you're going to decide by the second week that you're going to decide to liberate yourself from the situation. We have the Hangman in the reverse. Why? And then it tells me all of these cards are like the reason why. Why is because this person, you're not able to live an authentic life with this person. You're not able to actually be yourself. And you're actually way more of a spiritual person than maybe the other person is. And you want to keep learning and growing in that. And the other person is just stuck in this other way. I feel like you're not relating with this person spiritually. And you don't feel like you can grow with this person. Also with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. It's like things have just not been working out with this person. No matter what you do, whatever you try, it just doesn't ever seem to work. Maybe there's lots of arguments that go on. Maybe they're not very... Maybe they're maybe very critical. There might be something, there's just things that is just not working out with this person. They're not the person, I don't think they're the kind of person that you thought they were, possibly even. Then we have the Chariot in the reverse. So this is just telling me again, you know, with whenever you're trying to do anything, everything is always delayed. there's just, you feeling stuck. It's making, this relationship makes you feel stuck, and this relationship makes you feel held down and restricted, and you're tired of that feeling, with a Chariot in the reverse. Then we have the Ten of Pumpkins in the reverse. So you realize with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse that no legacy can be had in this relationship. And so that's why you're deciding to release it, because you know that what you want in your life, you want the Ten of Pentacles, you want the Ten of Cups, okay? And in order to have that, you can't have that. Obviously, you figure out with this transformation that you can't have that with this person. Okay, and so you decide to necessary sacrifice the Three of Bats. So you decide to sacrifice this relationship so you can move on to something better. All right, so now on to the third week. So the third week, you start feeling a lot better, I guess. You got the Ten of Cups. So the third week, you got the Ten of Cups. That's good. So I'm feeling that you're going to have some kind of sense of relief going on. Maybe it's just that maybe you've been putting off making a decision for a long time over this relationship. Maybe you've just been putting it off, and maybe you keep trying to beat a dead horse with it or something. I don't know. But we have the Ten of Bats in the reverse, which is the Ten of Swords in the reverse, which means looking for a fresh start. So with the Ten of Cups, you're just like, I'm feeling so happy with my family and everything. You're going to be at home with your family probably, and being happy with your family, probably having Halloween coming up, probably doing all sorts of fun things, having a fresh start. You're just deciding to have this fresh start. You're being liberated the previous week, and you're just like, I'm free. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to answer nobody. You know what I'm saying? There is like positives to breaking up with people. Then we have the Seven of Cups with the Seven of Ghosts. And so you start thinking about, you know, what you could do, like what kind of options you have, what you want to do for fun, not just for fun, but with maybe a relationship or something. But I feel like you're going to be going through all sorts of options. I feel like you're going to be trying all of the options, to be honest with you, that week. I think that, you know, you might be having a little hand at having some money, having a little hand at family time, having a little hand at maybe even trying to find someone, maybe trying to hit up somebody who you're already interested in, that you knew that you could have a better legacy with, that you relate better with. We have the Nine of Bats in the reverse, which is the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So you're going to be really worried about your options. Why? Okay, so you're really worried about a possible missed opportunity that you had with somebody with the Four of Ghosts or the Four of Cups in the reverse. So it looks like there might be somebody who you wanted to actually have a relationship with previously, and you might decide to get back together with them or try to get back with them. And it looks like things are going to be all right, because it ends with the Ten of Ghosts. So maybe it does work out. It didn't give me much more information other than that. I asked for other cards, but this is what I got. Okay, and this is the Ten of Ghosts, which is the Ten of Cups, and this is the Ten of Cups. So it's kind of funny. This one started with death and it ended with death, and this one ends with the Ten of Ghosts. So, you know, you're going to be happier this week on the third week. So the first 2 weeks are going to kind of suck, but there's like you're growing though, and you're changing. I think it's nice. I think it's a good month for you. Being freed from something that's awful, that's always a good thing, isn't it? When you can realize that I don't know, I like changing my life, so I like doing things that improve my life. Upgrades. I like upgrades. Upgrade my relationship, upgrade my job, upgrade my house. I upgraded my router. Alright, now I have better internet connection. Alright. So we have, for the fourth week, something's going down, okay? So mostly this third week is probably going to be about spending time with your family. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords, okay, which is treachery, it says on here. But it doesn't necessarily mean treachery. But I know what the cards say here. So, I feel like that you might start seeing somebody. and maybe not telling anybody about it, because we have the Fool. So I'm feeling like you're going to be trying to take a leap of faith going, and it's a clown in this picture. But you're going to be wanting to take a leap of faith with somebody, and usually that's romantic with the Fool. And we have the Six of Ghosts in the reverse. So with a person that you haven't been able to let go of in the past, from the past. We have the Lovers again. Okay. So you can see the picture. Count Dracula's running in to go hang out with that lady. I don't know. The dog doesn't seem to be too upset about it. Anyways, so the Lovers. It could indicate a choice, but also it could indicate just one person. But I mean, you're Seven of Swords. You're doing something. I feel like that you might be trying to get involved with somebody, but you're not wanting to tell anybody. So you're keeping it secret. So I feel like that with. You're maybe not going to tell your family with the previous week. You're not telling anybody. You're just going to kind of keep it to yourself at first because you have something about the public knowing things. And then we have the Three of Pumpkins. So this is a person who you could work with, someone you could collaborate with. It could be a person from your work or someone who's in the same line of work with you as you that you could actually work with. Also, either way with this person, you'll be laying a steady foundation, like a strong, solid foundation in the 4th week of the foundation laid down for your relationship. We have the High Priestess in the reverse. The High Priestess in the reverse is telling me that this is a secret and you're not telling anybody about this. And then we have the Five of Swords in the reverse. So whoever this person is, maybe it's a person who's a Cancer with the High Priestess in the reverse or something like that. Or it could just be a person who's being like they're showing up as the High Priestess, and it's in the reverse because it's trying to tell me it's a secret. So you're secretly seeing this person who's the High Priestess in the reverse, and there might be an apology that might be coming through with that. So either you might be getting an apology or you might be giving an apology to that person. But we also have the King of Imps in the reverse, the King of Wands, which is telling me again that this is a sexual thing. So you might be this King of Imps in the reverse. The King of Wands in the reverse is lustful. So there could be some bow chicka bow wow at the end of the month for you. If that makes sense. Alright, anyway, so that's all I have for pumpkin number 2, the Happy Pumpkin. If you like this kind of reading, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it and it really helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and then hit the bell notification. And if you'd like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Alright, well, thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and move on to option number 3, which is the tombstones. Alright, so here we have the cards for number 3, which is this tombstone. So tombstone number 3. And this is going to be for the different weeks. So this is for the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Alright, so let's see what your forecast is for October for the 1st weekend. I'm sorry, I got my reading out late. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to do. Wasn't sure if I wanted to do one a monthly this month, but I thought it would be fun to do a Halloween theme. So the 1st week for October is going to be, it's kind of like, it feels almost like a part of a theme for your entire month, is the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is about coming together, 2 or more things coming together. It's usually, it could be related to work. This is the card of mastership. It's like laying the first foundation of something. Okay, so with the Three of Pentacles, then we have, clarifying that, is the Knight of Bats in the reverse. It doesn't have to be you, but you or somebody else could be someone who starts talking something negatively, I'm feeling, and probably in a most likely in a working relationship or something, or a working situation here. If it's not work, it could be school. Okay. We have the 7 of Bats in the reverse. So I think that it could be one of two things. So this person who is saying things like vengeful things, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily true, but with the 7 of Bats in the reverse, they're saying that they caught you doing something. They're saying that you did something. I feel like they're kind of telling on you, like a tattletale. Let me know in the comments below if this already started happening. But the 7 of Bats in the reverse is about being caught, like getting caught in a lie, getting caught doing something you're not supposed to be doing. It can be that you choose to do the right thing, but the cards that go around it doesn't look like it's something like that. We have the King of Imps in the reverse. So the King of Imps in the reverse, I feel like it could be this person, or it could be another person who is involved in this situation. Either way, the King of Imps is the King of Wands. So just for this clarification for this deck, the pumpkins are pentacles, the bats are swords, and the imps are wands, and ghosts are cups. So the King of Imps in the reverse is the King of Wands in reverse is a person who has difficulty in leadership, someone who is maybe even corrupt, someone who's controlling, and it's a lot like the Emperor in the reverse. Someone who's controlling, being manipulative. But also it could be a person in a leadership position, so it could be your boss or something. Or if you're in school, your teacher or something. It's somebody who has a power of authority over you. Then we have the 10 of Bats in the reverse. So basically, you reach rock bottom, right? With the 10 of Bats, which is the 10 of Swords in the reverse, though, means that you want a fresh start. So you're wanting to recover, you're wanting a fresh start. And then why? Because the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. There's somebody who is not cooperating. There's somebody who is not doing their share of the work. There's somebody who's not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay. That's what I'm getting out of this reading so far. Because it starts off where you're probably the one who's 3 of Pentacles. You're trying to work harmoniously with other people. You're working. You're doing your work. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not really doing anything to mess anything up. And then all of a sudden somebody comes over and throws a wrench into everything and starts messing it all up. That's what I'm getting out of this. I mean, it's not impossible this is relationship related, but it'd be a bit of a stretch. Alright, so let's see what's going on for the second week. For the second week, we have the 5 of Pentacles. So, I mean, the 5 of Pentacles is about feeling left out in the cold, having some kind of like loss of some way, shape, or form, right? And this one, even on here, it's called poverty. It's like feeling left out in the cold. It could be not having enough money for something. If it is true, just be aware. You might want to just be careful with your money this month. Maybe you don't get paid that week, I don't know. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. And the 8 of Pentacles is about you working and not making any progress. You're just putting all this work in, working loads, and just not getting any progress, not getting anywhere. We have the 4 of Imps in the reverse. So you could be feeling kind of ungrateful for what is going on around you. You could, the 4 of Imps in the reverse, which is the 4 of Wands reverse, can also indicate like a lack of teamwork, you know, in a certain situation. Yeah, so I'm getting like a lack of teamwork because it looks like it's carrying on from the previous week. So we have the Queen of Imps in the reverse. The Queen of Imps, and when she's in the reverse, is somebody who could be very like nasty, someone who's mean, someone who has power but doesn't recognize that they have power, or that are mean. There's a lot of fire and earth in this reading. We have the Five of Bats. So you could be feeling attacked, or you could be feeling defeated. And then the Two of Imps in the reverse. So you're feeling like you're lacking options. You're having a hard time. I feel like that you're going to things are going to be coming through a change this month. And you're not going to be quite ready for it. I feel like you're going to get kind of caught off guard with it, honestly. And then we have Temperance. So there being some kind of compromise. You're going to have to find some kind of compromise, with something. Like, find some kind of balance between give and take. It could also end up indicate somebody else. I'm getting, for some of you, it's going to be another person who's going to help you. Who's going to come along and help you. Alright, so let's see what is going to be going on in the third week. This is kind of unfolding. Alright, so we have the Two of Swords. Confusion. The Two of Swords, you know, is about not having any options, you know, being at a stalemate, or having two choices and neither of the choices are better than the other, so you failed to make a choice. We have the Eight of Ghosts in the reverse, which is the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like you kind of end up putting it off, making a decision for the third week of something that you're doing. Maybe you choose to change your job. Maybe you choose to change your relationship, do something to change something. I feel like something's going to be happening to make a change for the better, you know, but none of your options seem like any better, because it was even carrying on with the Two of Wands in the reverse from the previous week, and carrying on to this week. I mean, you have the Two of Swords, so it's like, so it looks like you went from not having any options really, or not being prepared, to like having two options, but none of the options being like worth taking. So I feel like with the Eight of Ghosts that you're going to be kind of avoiding the situation. You know, you're not going to be able to really walk away from it, but you're kind of going to be trying to avoid, like, trying to figure out what to do. But it's not going to work because you get the Ten of Imps, so it's going to be, you're going to be feeling weighed down by this. You got you have all these obligations and responsibilities. You're going to be weighed down, so you're not going to be able to avoid it for long. We have Judgment in the reverse. Hang on. Then we have the King of Ghosts. There could be a person who is judging you, or you're judging them. But with the King of Ghosts in the reverse, it could be you or another person. But with the King of Ghosts is someone who is not feeling very, they're very, like, I want to say, like, they're very upset emotionally, but like negatively. Like, it's just a very negative, like, being upset. Then we have the Four Pumpkins in the reverse. So I feel like that you could end up being judged by someone who is upset with maybe how much money you're spending, or something that you're letting go of money too easily. This month really seems to be about money, so if you're not having anything with money, you might be in the wrong reading. But it's all about the money in this month. And in the third week, I think you're still going to be having difficulty with money. But except it's saying that you might end up overspending, so try to avoid that. That's what this reading's for, right? So like, maybe I shouldn't overspend this month. I should make sure that I conserve my money and be prepared. Alright, so you have the Ace of Wands. So this is good. So by the fourth week, we have like a burst of energy that is coming up just in time for Halloween. So the Ace of Wands is like a new beginning. It's like a new idea, a new inspiration, passion, you know. And then we have the Six of Bats, and then I see with the Six of Bats, which is the Six of Swords, you're moving away from, you're making a mental transition away from these difficulties. You also might be trying to start something new. So you might be letting go. Somewhere along here, you might have quit your job. If you're thinking about quitting your job. Either you're somewhere around in here you quit. I think the reason why it's not saying any one certain week is like the end for certain is because it's going to be a little bit different for all of you. So some of you, I feel like you will quit in the first week, or some will be more like the second or third week. Then we have the Nine of Bats in reverse. So Nine of Bats is the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Nine of Swords is like, I feel like it's about you trying to release any anxiety and worrying that you're doing. And then also with the Eight of Bats in the reverse, which is the Eight of Swords in the reverse, trying to release any negative thought patterns that you're having, any negative, like you're releasing yourself, you're freeing yourself from any, like say, like any victim mentality thoughts, any negative thoughts patterns, or being all up in your head over something. You're going to be starting to do something about it with the fourth week. And then we have the Five of Pumpkins in the reverse, which speaks of a financial upturn. And then the Five of Imps in the reverse. So I feel like someone might apologize to you or something, or back down over a situation that is going on with you. It might be work related, it might not be, it's not saying. Then the Four of Ghosts in the reverse. So the Four of Cups in the reverse, it could indicate an emotional breakthrough. It can also indicate, you know, looking for a sign. Also on a missed opportunity, realizing that you missed out on an opportunity. Then we have the Knight of Pumpkins, which is, I feel like it's going to be an offer. I feel like it's like, it could be a job offer. It's a job for something, a material, with the Knight being of Pentacles, you know. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who's slow moving, but they're like cautious, and they're loyal and dependable and very solid and stable. So that's what I feel like it is. I feel like it's going to be a new job offer. You're going to be having some kind of offer from a job. But it might be really good because it's not a page and it's not an ace. It's a knight. So for some of you, I feel like you could be having some job issue where before you weren't being appreciated in your job, and then they're afraid that if you quit, they're afraid that you're going to quit, and then they apologize, they realize they're wrong, and then they try to reconcile the situation at that work. So some of you might have a problem with work and then almost quit, and then have them go, no, come back, you know. And then some might quit and then find something new. Anyways, that's all I have for Tombstone number 3. If you like this kind of reading, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and then hit the bell notification. And if you'd like to have a private reading, you can do that in the video description below. Alright, well, thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead now and move on to Tombstone number 4. Alright, so here we have the cards for Tombstone number 4 with the cross tombstone, and let's find out what's coming for you in the month of October. I swear, I feel like I'm in some weird reading that never ends. I've been doing this. It takes this long for me to pick a card. It's taken me like 3 hours to do this pick a card. Like, what the heck? It's like I'm in some kind of weird time warp. Like, every time I look over, it's like much longer than it should be at the clock. I'm like, what? It's like taking me forever. No, I don't know what's making it. All right, so the first week, let's find out what's coming for you. It's just like there's some kind of weird thing happening here with the time. It's like sucking the time away or something, but the 8 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so in the first week, you're going to be like wanting to release yourself from like mental, like maybe feeling like a victim, feeling like all these negative thoughts, negative thought processes, basically. Okay, with the 8 of Swords in the reverse. You're going to want to be liberating yourself, freeing yourself. Okay, because in the upright, got my finger over the word, it's imprisonment. Okay, you're imprisoned. But if yours in the reverse, this card is releasing yourself. So you're liberating yourself. You're freeing yourself from this victim mentality, this terrible thought process. Basically, it's like negative thought process, because it can't just be like victim mentality. It might be that, you know, it's like also like woe is me type of thing, but also it's like, why is this happening? Why is that happening? What did I do to do that? What did I do to cause that? Alright, so it kind of blocks the words a bit, but you know what it is. Alright, so we have the 10 of Ghosts, which is the cups, so ghosts are cups, bats are swords, pumpkins are pentacles. Okay, so the 10 of Ghosts, which is the 10 of Cups in the reverse. You're just going to be like so tired of being disappointed. You're like, whatever the situation, you're tired of being disappointed. You're feeling really emotionally unfulfilled in the situation, and you're wanting to do it. It could be family related or just like really close friend related. People that, it would almost be like people you would see every day. And I'm going to have to lay these out. So you got the Page of Ghosts in the reverse. You got the King of Ghosts in the reverse. You got the King of Pumpkins in the reverse. It's just really weird. And you got the King of Bats in the reverse. So this is telling me these are people. Okay? That's what I'm getting out of this. These are people. So 1 younger, 3 older. And they all seem to, they might all be even males. So we have the Page of Ghosts. So someone who's behaving immaturely. Now, it's not impossible this could be 1 or 2 people embodying all of these things that's going on that you're releasing. But it could very well be like 4 people. So you're tired of being unhappy. So you're like, screw the Page of Ghosts. I'm so done with that person. Okay, that person is emotionally immature. They're naive. They're just immature. Okay, you're like, screw the Page of Ghosts. Screw the King of Ghosts. You're like, I don't want anything to do with this King of Ghosts no more, which is the King of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups in the reverse is negative. Someone who is very emotionally negative. So someone who's like always upset. It's like someone who's really upset, but in a super negative way. Okay? And you're like, screw this King of Pumpkins. The King of Pumpkins in the reverse is someone who's greedy and selfish. And also could be a father figure. I don't know. I guess the King of Ghosts is a father figure too. But it's like, but you're like, screw this King of Pumpkins. He's being selfish and he's greedy. Okay, materialistic, workaholic. So and then you're like, screw the King of Bats as well. And the King of Bats is someone who is like really emotionally cold and distant, and also they just don't say very nice things. They're very negative and controlling and manipulative. Okay, so I never had it like happen like this, but it's definitely clear what it's trying to say. So you're trying to release yourself from all of these people. And you're trying to release yourself from the worrying that goes with it, with the 9 of Bats, which is the 9 of Swords in the reverse. See, it looks a lot like the 9 of Swords, but with bats. So you get a cute reading, even though it's a little bit dealing with some negativity. But actually, you're releasing negativity. With the 9 of Bats in the reverse, you're like, I'm tired of not sleeping. I'm tired of not having control over my life, right? And you're tired of worrying about them judging you. These people are like judging you all the time. I feel like you're definitely feeling judged by these people all the time, and you're just going to be working on releasing all of these people. In the first week, if you're already going through this right now, because I kind of came up with this late, so I'm sorry that your reading came out a couple days late. I was still debating on if I should have it or not, because I don't get as many views on the monthly ones as I do a lot of other readings I could be doing. Alright, so let's see. What do we got for the second week of October, which is the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So the Nine of Pentacles, I'll let you see it, but it's in the reverse. This one is rewards, but in the reverse, it's when you're like wanting to be independent, but you're like not so much, or you're wanting to become more independent. Maybe you're wanting to move. It could be money wise, so you're wanting to be more material. I feel like you could be wanting to get some material gains. We got the Nine of Imps in the reverse, which is the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Clarifying the Nine of Pentacles. Getting close to completing a cycle. The Nine of Imps in the reverse. Hang on. Then it has the Six of Ghosts in the reverse, so... Alright, so basically you start freeing yourself from being in the Eight of Swords energy from these people, but you're still carrying over some of this Eight of Swords energy, okay? We got Nine of Imps in the reverse, so you're having helpless thoughts. You're feeling helpless, defenseless, you know, feeling very doubtful and everything like that. You know, you gotta, I see it still being carried on here. Maybe you're still working on that Eight of Swords in the reverse energy, but we have the Six of Ghosts, which it's either you're trying to let go of the past or you are letting go of the past. So let me know which one it is in the comments below. But then we have the Ten of Bats in reverse, and you're wanting a fresh start, right? It's saying that you want a fresh start with the Ten of Bats in the reverse. You want a recovery, you want a fresh start in your life. Alright, let's clarify it. And the Lovers too in the reverse. So there could be wanting a fresh start, and maybe there's somebody, I'm sensing for some of you, there's somebody that you've been kind of hung up on for a while, that you're kind of tired of that. Okay, someone who's not, maybe unrequited love, maybe somebody's just not reciprocating or whatever, you're tired of that. You're just like, I'm so done with this. You see, you know what it feels like? It feels like you're like, I'm done with that, I'm done with that, I'm done with that this month. It's like what you're first going through. Like it seems like what you're going through in the month of October. Then we have the Two of Wands, Two of Imps here. And the two of Imps, it's like you're trying to figure out your choices, okay? Like better choices, maybe choices with the person that you're, instead of who you're going after, you know. I feel like you're trying to figure out like what, because you have other choices. I think that you're just hung up on one person, and you're starting to think of like what other people that you could be getting into. And then we have the Five of Ghosts in the reverse, which is the Five of Cups in the reverse. So I'm seeing like there is going to be an emotional upturn, and it looks like there might even be a situation, this could be a recovery. There's going to be an emotional recovery with the Three of Bats. This normally in traditional tarot, it's like the Three of Swords are like into the heart, but when they're in the reverse, it's like they fall out of the heart, and then the heart, it becomes healed. So there's going to be like a recovery, okay? It could be from a person that helps you do that, or also it could be that you reconcile with someone else from the past. It doesn't have to be the same person, that any other people that you let go. And let's see what's in the third week. Alright, so we have the Habit. And the Habit is the devil, basically. So it's dependency. But the Habit is basically the devil card. Alright, oh, I almost got all comfortable and okay. I forgot about this week for a second. It's like, oh yeah, la da da. Okay. This one's important, so I hope you're listening. Okay. This is the most warning I have for this third week of October out of all of the piles. Okay, so you have the Eight of Bats. So the Eight of Swords. You're trapped in like a victim mentality. What about? We have the Two of Pumpkins. Hang on. gonna start. 8 of Swords, 2 of Pumpkins, the 3 of Ghosts in the reverse, the 5 of Imps. I'm gonna try to explain this, so I'm laying them all out. The Fool in the reverse. The Chariot. Tell me if you know what where this is gonna go before I say what it is. Alright, then we have I had to keep going. Then we have the Ace of Pumpkins in the reverse, the Tower in the reverse, and then the Moon. Okay. Alright. So what it is saying is that, first of all, the 3rd week of October is, I'm getting that for a lot of you, you're going to be, like, there's going to be a large bulk of you, you might as well all just take the caution, because it's dangerous. This is going to be a dangerous week for you. And I'm going to tell you, the devil doesn't always mean this, and the death card doesn't always mean this kind of stuff, but the devil is not on your side this week. We'll just say that, okay? I don't know. I feel like whoever's going to get this group is going to feel like they're going to feel like they're like a target. Either way, this is a week that is going to be the most prone for some kind of accident or something. But I'm going to see. I'm going to explain it here. Okay, so what I saw as I was pulling these cards was here you are with the 8 of Bats. Okay, you're having negative mind thoughts. So the devil, like, basically whenever you're having negative thought patterns, those are actually implanted by the devil into your mind. And as you become weakened mentally, okay, the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, or the 2 of Pumpkins here, you're going to be, because you're having all of these negative thought processes, you're going to be, I can't even talk, you're going to be weighed down with emotions, and you're not going to be feeling very, like, productive, right? You're going to have difficulty being productive. You're going to be feeling really overwhelmed, and anything that you're wanting to do, there's going to be delays. All right, and that's going to be very frustrating, and that's what all you're going to be thinking about. But then you have the 3 of Ghosts, which is the 3 of Cups in the reverse. So your friends, I feel like there's going to be, they could be friends or peers or somebody, but there's going to be people, the 3 of Cups, that are, and they're in the reverse. They're going to feel like, I feel like for a lot of you, there's going to be peer pressure, and I feel like part of the peer pressure is that they're going to do something, they're going to try to get you to do something that is bad for you. With the devil and with the 3 of Ghosts in the reverse, I feel like they're going to try to pressure you into doing something that is maybe go out to drink, have drinks, or something like that. That's what I'm mostly getting out of it, is that you're going to be pressured basically to party to get you out of this. They're going to think, hey, you know, let's go out and you forget about your problems. Let's get drunk and forget about it. All right. And I feel like I feel like you're conflicted though about it. Okay. With the 5 of Wands, you feel conflicted about it. And I feel like that you tell them no, that you can't really do it and all this stuff like that. And then they have the Fool in the reverse. You're fearful and you don't trust it. But I'm feeling like you do it anyways, because we have the Chariot. Okay, and what's going on in the Chariot? You're in a car, okay? And I feel like that you do go ahead and go out and everything, even though your intuition's telling you don't do it. And I'm feeling like for some of you, it's trying to actually tell me a story. And it's trying to tell me that you need to be cautious. And the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is about unhealthy choices, like bad decisions, okay, and being cautious. It's saying that some of you might decide to get behind the wheel and drive while you're intoxicated or something like that, which could lead to either like a DUI or an accident. or something. It leads to something negative because we have the Tower in the reverse, and the Tower in the reverse, it can mean surmounting pressure, but in this situation it's obvious. It also means warning. So this is something that has not come, that hasn't happened yet. It's trying to warn you with the Tower in the reverse. You know, what's it trying to warn you? It won't tell me exactly. Okay, so what it's done is telling me is that the outcome is going to be different for everybody. It's going to be different. Some of you might get in a car accident. Some of you might get a DUI. Some of you might just like get in some kind of weird road rage or something. And it's going to be different. If you're, maybe you'll just come across somebody. Some of you might just get arrested. Some of you might just, all sorts of weird things. I don't know. I just feel like, and some can actually result in death. So, or bad bodily injury. So what I'm going to say is that, you know, in the third week, if you get this, if people are trying to pressure you into doing something, oh, come on, and you feeling pressured to do something, and your intuition's telling you not to do it, don't do it. Just don't do it, you know? You know, if you're going to be in a position where you're going to be drinking or something like that, don't drive. If you're going to be in a position where you're doing anything intoxicating, don't drive. Don't do anything, basically don't do anything dangerous or illegal. Okay? Where'd the cards go? There it is. Alright. Because you guys are going to have the most danger. And the thing is that I'm feeling that in this third week, your card that is going to be influencing your week, the energy of the week, is going to be the devil, and the devil is going to be wanting to get you. Okay? So if you do something bad, you're going to get it. If that makes sense. Alright, so the fourth week. The fourth week, for those who survived the third week, I'm not being serious, okay? Most of you should survive. This is a Halloween thing. Alright, so we have the Seven of Swords, okay? Treachery. And I did already get this for the fourth week for other people. You know, I'm seeing a trend. There's like a trend, a lot of Seven of Swords energy in the month of October coming up here. A lot of people out doing naughty things in October. I don't know what's going on, but we have the Eight of Ghosts here. Okay, so, man, what comes after that? The Queen of Bats. All right, so there's some kind of situation that you're gonna. So someone's gonna be lying to you or deceiving you. There's gonna be some kind of treachery, some kind of someone's deceiving you or wronging you in some way, shape, or form. It's not in the reverse. But I think you find out anyways. You don't really catch them, but you kind of know. It could be from this Queen of Bats character here, who is the Queen of Swords. In the reverse, someone who is cold, demanding, has cutting words, or they're a bitch, man. The Queen of Bats in the reverse is not a very nice person, okay? And then we have the Two of Bats in the reverse. So I see that you're just like, I don't want to talk to you. The Two of Bats. I feel like you're going to be doing the silent treatment on this person and trying to move away from this situation mentally. You're like, that's it. I've had enough crap this month. I'm going to go do this. Now I'm moving on from this. And then you have Temperance. So Temperance is inside. I feel like you find emotional balance in this. You decide to like walk away from, you're going to be releasing and walking away from a load of crap in October. But with Temperance, I feel like you're going to find a balance within yourself. You're going to find, it's like this card can be a compromise, but I don't feel like you're going to compromise with this person. I feel like you're going to balance you're going to like kind of start reclaiming your personal power more. And then with the Page of Bats in the reverse, I feel like you might even block communication with this person completely. But that's how you have it. That's your prediction for this month. Anyways, that's all I have for Tombstone number 4. If you like this reading, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and it helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and then hit the bell notification. And if you'd like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Well, thank you very much, and I hope you all have a wonderful night, a wonderful month. God bless.